Ed came stomping back from Harbor Freight 2 hours later with a plastic bag full of welding rods he didn't need and a half-cold gas station hot dog clutched in his fist. He paused on the porch to collect himself, glaring through the smudged window at Dixie, still yelling into her headset, still in that same roll-tide bathrobe that hadn't seen a washing machine since the last Alabama championship. But it wasn't Dixie who greeted him first. It was Kevin Costner, the shady gray tabby with a look in his eyes that said, "I own you." Kevin Costner sat squarely in front of the screen door like a furry bouncer, his tail flicked with calculated menace as Ed reached for the handle. "Move, Kevin," Ed grumbled, nudging the door. Kevin didn't budge. Instead, he hissed softly, the kind of hiss that reminded Ed of every bad decision he'd ever made, including, but not limited to, marrying his second cousin, buying a $50 boat, and letting Dixie convince him that 4 cats was not that many. Ed pushed the door a little harder. Kevin slapped it back with his paw, claws out just to prove you meant business. "Listen here, you little hairball mafia boss," Ed whispered through gritted teeth. "I am not in the mood for this today. I gotta fix that boat or your mama's gonna sign us up for divorce court. Now scoot." Kevin Costner slowly stood up, back arched, fur puffed, pupils dilated to serial killer mode. Then, with perfect spite, he turned around, lifted his tail, and farted through the crack in the door. Ed staggered back, gagging. "You nasty back-alley tuna thief," he wheezed, waving the smell away with the Harbor Freight bag. But Kevin Costner was done here. His message was clear. Dixie's kingdom, Ed's misery. Finally, Dixie looked over from the couch. Head set askew, she yelled, "Ed, why you harassing Kevin Costner? He's a good boy." Ed's eyes bulged. "He just crop-dusted me through the screen door, Dixie." Dixie shrugged and mashed her controller. "He only does that to people he don't respect. Maybe you should try feeding him Fancy Feast instead of yelling about that damn boat." Kevin Costner, now lounging on the porch rail like a furry mob boss, blinked once, slow and menacing, then licked his paw, flicked his tail, and strutted off to piss in Ed's newly bought welding helmet. Ed watched him go, defeated. "I swear to God," he muttered to himself, hot dog now dangling forgotten in his hand. "Next time I'm getting a dog. Or a ferret. Hell, maybe just a goldfish." Inside, Dixie cackled at her headset. "Mason 123, you would not believe the soap opera I live in. Roll Tide, baby. Now push the payload."